There's Jim and Tom, and that's David and Tom, and Tom and John, and there's Jim.
Who's that? Right.
With curly hair?
Yeah.
That's Ames' oldest daughter, Betty. And that's David, Dot's youngest stepson.
Ames is Reg's brother.
Aim is Reg's brother, and that is Aim that just lifted Betty in there. That tiny baby.
Where do you think they're
Now
at?
that's Jean, Dot's Jean, the little girl. Now there they go, David and John, and there, that's
you.
me, yeah. Now that's Aim, bending over Betty. That's the top of the hill in front of the bungalow.
No.
Now who's this?
I'm not sure. Is that you or Dot?
No, that's Reg.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's me there. But who's the
that's you there.
Bambino? Oh, that's Anne.
Oh, that's Anne.
That's
With the
Harold's
glasses.
wife. And that must be Kendall when he was tiny. Yeah, that must be Kendall. I didn't realize he was that much younger than the boys.
The color gets better in some of the
Now
later
that's
ones.
Lou.
Yeah.
About how old would you say he is there?
Well, this is in Duluth.
Oh.
It is?
So, yeah. Now this is what I always get so darn mad at him when he pokes that camera at me. This is at a park just outside of Picnic Park, just outside of Duluth. Well, I think he must have been. Let me see.
Were you shooting the camera here? Did you take films of him?
Yeah, I guess so. This is Tom
That's
in the
Tom.
snow behind our house in Duluth. Doesn't seem to be very active, does he?
Tom reminds me of you as a little boy, Ben.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Sort of dark, large-eyed.
He wasn't quite as handsome as Ben was, but he was sort of 5 by 5.
Interesting brick building here.
Well, that's an apartment house
Oh.
where Jim's beloved Gloria with the golden curls lived.
Yeah, the
Gloria.
You had a girlfriend there?
Right.
Gloria.
Yeah, Gloria the Golden. She lived in the top. I think she comes in some of these pictures.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but I don't know. I think Lou's taking this picture.
Pretty good snow there.
Yes, oh boy, that went up to the second story windows. Here's the Trues Brook.
Trues Brook.
Trues Brook. There it
Fantastic
comes.
place.
Yeah.
The swimming hall.
Is
That's
that near Duluth?
No, that's just outside of the hilltop. You go down to Butmanville about a mile or two.
There's you.
Yeah. I had more put in a bathing suit in those days than I do.
Ben, did you know that Uncle John saved someone's life there?
No.
A little boy's life?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
No, I don't like my picture being taken. I have a kind of a phobia. And
Well, I'm sure
that must
There
have
you
been
go.
that must have been the summer that Lou stayed on the hill. He did one summer, so yeah. Into this hole. Yeah, now we.
Oh,
I am the center of the world. They're the three of them.
was that cold water?
Awfully cold. Now we've gone down below. That's Jim Allen, Dot's husband, eating there. That's Dot. And that's Kip, Dot's oldest.
That's you, right?
That's Dot there.
That's Dot, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is a gal.
You
that,
had such fantastic clothes. You were.
Now that's Jim Allen, that your dad was named after there.
On the right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Look
With
at
the
you there.
glasses.
You're dressed for the 1960s.
That's Dot.
Really?
Look back then. You look like a flower child.
Now we had all of Dot's.
Daddy Jean?
Yeah. No, that's Jean.
Isn't she Daddy Jean?
Dottie Jean is the granddaughter.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
I
not the
forgot
biscuit.
who that. That's Kip.
There she is.
I wish you could have known Jim Allen. He was. There's Dad and Mother. That's right out. Now here's the little tree that they planted. That's the
there
blue
you go.
spruce.
Mm.
And that's the steeple of the church. And those are the Vermont Hills.
Which direction is that looking?
It's looking west at the sunset. Golly, my dad looks young.
Yeah.
There's Jim Allen and me, and that's
Yeah,
Reg.
Reg.
Uh-huh.
Reg and Tom have similar.
That's Dot. Dot
Mm.
didn't like this to see these pictures. I don't know why. After Jim died.
This looks like little rascals.
Was that Jim and John? This is the Duluth sand pile. Oh,
Come on, Mom.
come on, Bob.
No, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, right. There's Tom. He's
Mad.
crying. This is where he.
Who is pulling you?
That was John, I think. He's eating this. He had one of those gold money
Coins?
chocolates. Yeah,
Coins.
yeah, how he loved them.
What a little bun.
He's adorable. He was 5 by 5. Oh, here we are.
What does
This-
5 by 5 mean?
5 by, well,
Oh,
about
I
as
see.
broad as he was tall. When he grew, he began to look like a famine in India, he always said.
Pig pile.
Yeah. Golly. This is our driveway in Duluth. It's about 50 years ago. Now, this is Park Point, Duluth. This was the bar of sand that reached out from the city of Duluth out into the lake,
Is that Lake Superior?
in Lake Superior, and that's where the famous drawbridge to let the big boats of ore go through.
Hmm.
So there's a
Why did
beautiful
you have an
picture.
umbrella?
I don't know. The sun was hot. Too much sun makes me ill. It was a wonderful place. You see the line of the tide there? That I keep hard to go back to this. I keep thinking of my grandchildren.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought the first time I saw it. too.
Right. A lot of fit these in.
Dory's boys.
Yeah, right.
He was a little stocky guy.
Yeah,
Wasn't he?
he was. There's Jim. And that's Ted
Ted.
in front of our parsonage. Poor Ted, he was having this awful eczema then.
Like,
Looks like a baby owl.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
snow owl.
Flapping his wings.
Like a picnic somewhere. Oh, those are the Grants with Tom, and that's Doris Grant, and the gal over there on the
Aviator hats.
yeah.
Have we seen the
Old.
golden-haired wonder yet?
Gloria, no.
What a sweet baby.
Yeah, he was when he got over that miserable. Boy, I was kind of thin, huh? I was staying up nights.
Good-looking lady.
He keeps turning away.
Ted was a cute baby there.
Now he looks about
Now,
about
let's
few months
see.
older anyway.
Where is this? This is Duluth somewhere. Oh, yes, it's near Mr. Santee's house out back. That's Jim. He loved that doll. That was a box for crayons.
Huh.
I think he was getting over his eczema then. Oh, it was
This looks like it must have been months later because it's warm here.
Mhm,
And before it
mhm.
was him all bundled.
Mm-hmm. It was an old English carriage. I don't know where we got it.
What a sunny child.
Yeah, he's adorable.
To get the hat off of that Grant box.
Get the paint off too. Yes.
Jim is
And-
looking cute as a button there.
I'm not sure, but what he's embarrassed because some of those pictures when we took, Gloria was in the background and he was embarrassed and wouldn't perform this darn family.
It's like the sun might be right in his eyes.
Looks like such a junior G-man. Just see him reading the comics.
Yeah.
Here's this great hat. and
Yeah,
coat.
this hat. That was brown, some of the only brown I ever wore.
Oh, do you look sharp? This must
Where is
be
that? This is-
1929.
29,
What
it
year
was
is
early
that?
30s.
Early 30s.
yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah. Because they were all in high school when we didn't leave Duluth till the year after. See, in 42,
Oh.
they bombed. This is a park in Duluth. Where they could have easily broken their necks. I don't know. I guess it's a good thing that I had Lou along because I'd have wrapped him up in cotton batting and perhaps be kind of balanced off. He wanted to throw him out in deep water before they could swim. That was in the park, very close to the village, towns. I guess they called it a city. Now this is up north. This is No, where is this? This is the summer before Ted was born.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
So this backs up a ways.
yeah, uh-huh. This was a lake that we went and lived in a cottage that was a teacher's one of the summers that Lou wasn't abroad. But we were in Duluth at the time. Lou's.
No. I can't see
That was a blue smock with, you can see that Ted's getting very imminent there.
It's a nice smock.
Yeah. Don't know why I ever let it go. Red, it was, I cross-stitched it in red and dark blue, I think. It's pretty. Yeah, we had a lot of fun at that cottage. We're being good to the preacher and let us have it rent-free. Yeah, a clergyman's discount. That was excuses for not paying the preacher a living wage. Oh boy, here's the snow. This is Duluth.
The boys are quite a bit older
Yeah, uh-huh.
now. Who's that?
That's
Is that-
Tom and
It's Tom.
John. Tom and John, yeah.
Who's that?
That's Tom.
That's Tom right
Mm-hmm. Oh, John would love to see these. That's John, yeah. They someday, I wonder if they perhaps they can come out before you get
there. Oh, we can rent
to
this
go home.
any old time. I can even give this tape to John next time he brings his cassette player home from warehouse.
Oh. Well, they certainly got a snowman there, haven't they? You don't miss the color, do you? Now we're out to the same park
That's
again. Night, is that Ted? Guess so. Didn't look too much like him. Yeah, I guess it must have been.
They look just like themselves.
Jim closest to us, right?
No.
Who's at the end?
Jim is at the
Yeah.
end. Tom is closest.
Now this is Ted, I guess.
He was taller than Jim there.
Yes, there was a stage where John was the littlest, as he used to say. You're a runt at 6 feet in our household. That's Jim. Yeah, that's Ted. That's a nice picture of Jim.
Tom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of Joanna.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Look at the dark circles under his eyes here.
I know. I wonder
Under
what makes
his
that.
heads.
That's strange.
It is. It's very pronounced.
Very. I don't know what.
And it's not on other people, too.
The light and something.
Vitamin deficiency.
Looking like Steve. Brushing his hair back.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that's a gesture Lou does,
Mm-hmm.
and Tom does,
Mhm.
and Steve does.
Mm-hmm.
Jai, I put my things away.
Right. Be quiet, please.
Ted with his dimples. How he hated those dimples.
You hated his dimples?
Yeah, he hated his dimples because.
There's John.
This
Oh my
is.
God. Now some color.
Now this is Becky, Reg's daughter, and this is Dad's out in the garden.
Oh, that's beautiful.
and the Vermont hills. And those two windows are the place where we used to, it's our bedroom. Oh, that's his precious tea roses that he loved. Oh, he loved those roses. Those are zinnias. This was after that's Kendall and Becky, I think, Harold's daughter. And that's Rachel, Reg's wife, and Mother and me.
Looks like you're having a good time.
Mother's knitting. That's Reg. I guess that's me. Boy, those boys are growing up, aren't they?
Yep.
That's Rachel and Mother. That must have been the 4th of July. Everybody was up on the bungalow to see the fireworks in the valley.
Tom sure looks like your dad.
Hmm. He's always been like my dad.
That's the shot I like.
That's the looking over the roofs of the little town with the church. That little congregational church. My family for 100 years they held one position or another in it. There's Gramp. Oh, Sam, that's Lou. Those hills, beautiful.
Just beautiful.
Now the White River went right up that, just to the far right. You can't see it. It was the junction with the. Oh, now this is Catherine Pancoast. A cousin of mine, her father and my father were brothers. Now this is her son Lester, and that's Catherine. She adored my father. Her father died when she was a little girl. Those zinnias.
Lots of zinnias.
When here we are getting ready to. I wonder who's taking these pictures. I wonder if Lou was there that summer.
There he is.
No, that's Lou. This is Uncle Harry, Mother's brother, and it was always fun when Uncle Harry came. Now this is Park Point again.
Only they've added color to Park Point since the last
Yeah,
one.
right. That's right.
Nice blazer you've got on.
Yeah, the wind's blowing.
Like that, Nana.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Oh, yeah.
She was a pet.
Now this looks like the backyard of Iowa City.
Quiet one.
No, this is still Duluth.
There's a time there when you don't get any older. All the time that your boys grow up, you stay pretty much the same. Lou gets older, his hair gets a little
Yeah.
lighter, but you just stay the same.
Here
Oh,
we
there's
come,
the
the hats.
Correct.
Yeah. There's Jim, how he loved those cars.
Driving that car.
Yeah. That's John and a friend of his.
Beanie.
Mm-hmm. He's looking for Gloria in some of these pictures, but got a.
It does look like Joey. Dead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Jim got the new bikes, and John got the second hand.
That's the way it goes. Don't forget me.
Now we're back at Trues Brook. That's Jean. I think that's Kendall there.
So Dottie Jean is Jean's daughter.
Right,
Let's see.
Jean is Dot's daughter, and Dottie Jean is the granddaughter. It's a
It
little
all
bit
comes together
confusing,
there.
yeah.
Oh, these boys are getting big.
Yeah. This must have been the about the last summer we were all there together. John went out to work alone one summer when Tom was in his cast. And Jim was working up at Pete's fishing camp. Boy, you had to hit that right, you know. There's one deep place there, but there's an awful lot of rock.
Is that where John could have saved the little boy from?
No, it's to the right of, to the left of that. And it goes straight down. You don't climb down. Boy, he got there, John. Oh, here he is weeding the garden. Jim on one side. They're wishing. They're waiting for 4 o'clock when they get. Here's Ted with Jean. Ted hated Jean. She made him feel like nothing at all, you know.
What did she do to him?
I don't know. She just simply dismissed him.
That Ted?
Yeah.
She just acted condescending to him or something?
Yeah. Tom was her favorite, and then Jim was her favorite. Now I don't know just where it stands.
Ted had a lot of big boys, big brothers doing for him.
Mm-hmm.
He sometimes has this look of, gee guys, is it okay what I'm doing here?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
and there's
That's-
somebody else.
Yeah, that's Mrs. Santee, our next door neighbor.
She doesn't want to be filmed either.
She made the popcorn cakes for the boys with all the gumdrops.